North America, Case Krytov.
And welcome back here to celebrate the last part of this incredible event. These past 3 days have been an incredible journey of competition, collaboration, and of course, of celebration. On Tuesday, we opened the Enactus World Cup 2017 with a beautiful display of the diversity and the culture found in the Enactus network at the World Cultural Experience. And we began our celebration at all that is being accomplished through Enactus at exactly the opening ceremony. Yesterday, we witnessed firsthand the impact Enactus teams are having around the world through the opening round of competition and the Enactus World Races Impact competition, both on water and on food waste. We also enjoyed numerous opportunities for collaboration and engagement through small group discussions, structured sessions, and interaction at the innovation stations. And of course, we continued our celebration together last night at the Global Goals Forum and Awards ceremony. Today, as we focused on the semi-final round for competition and more opportunity for engagement between attendees and partners. It's been a truly uplifting 3 days, and this afternoon into the evening, there is more to come, obviously, with the ultimate final of the Enactus World Cup 2017. Each year, Enactus impacts millions of people. It is an astonishing figure, but the power of that figure actually lies in the individual stories of how Enactus makes the impact. I'm proud to introduce a group of individuals to share their individual stories as employees of an incredible business, which was conceived as an Enactus project and went on to become a standalone social enterprise. Here is to tell us about their social enterprise and introduce us to an employee. Please welcome the Enactus alumni who are co-founders of Think for the Future, Sherry White, Hannah Rees, who are joined by the project beneficiary and employee of Think for the Future, Nicole Bailey Lewis. Give them a warm applause.
Hi everyone, we're pleased to be here today and that we hope you're all enjoying the event. We are here today to share our Enactus journey over the past few years and the journey that has completely changed all 3 of our futures with the hope that we'll be able to change others too. To start from the beginning, I joined the Enactus UK team in Nottingham at the age of 18. I was age 18, chubbier, very naive, and an all-round nerd. Back in 2010, the team ran a project called the Prisoner's Dilemma, which is an employability program for 20 inmates at the local prison. The project unfortunately failed, with not even one of the offenders that we worked with leaving prison and finding a job. This was a major learning curve and allowed us to go back to the drawing board to find out the root causes behind someone entering prison. We conducted research and uncovered the poor state of education was a large contributing factor, with Nottingham also having the second worst schools out of the whole of the UK, including terrifyingly low grades and very high levels of poor behaviour. It quickly became clear that there were major social issues, such as gang involvement, unhealthy relationships, sexual exploitation, and many more, affecting young people, causing large disruptions to their education and behaviour. This was then leading them to negative lifestyles as young adults. We wanted to come up with a solution that was inclusive of the people that we worked with in the prison project, that could also provide them with employment and at the same time be a preventative model for future generations. This is where Think for the Future was created, and I'm now going to hand you over to my co-founder Hannah to explain more about our model.
Thank you, Sherry. Hi everyone, I'm Hannah and I joined Enactus and the Think for the Future project whilst in my second year at university and haven't looked back since. also slightly chubbier, more naive, and maybe a little less nerdy than Sherry over here. But Think for the Future is a model that provides employment to individuals that are from a disadvantaged background and may have struggled through hardships such as having a criminal record. We train them to become youth mentors for young people, utilising the power of their personal experiences to help guide and support young people to make more positive life changes and choices. These personal lived-through experiences allow for a stronger, more meaningful rapport to be built with the young people that we work with, and do so very quickly. Unfortunately, most of them don't actually have a positive role model to look up to, but our mentors provide this for them. Our service model delivers workshops and assemblies for schools, trains teachers and staff across the UK, and runs youth programmes within deprived inner-city communities. But today we want to focus on our fourth service, our behaviour mentoring programme. Poor behaviour within UK is a national problem, with 6,685 students being permanently removed from mainstream secondary school in 2016. This costs the UK well over $133 million in total every year to rehouse them into alternative school provision, which also dramatically reduces their chances of achieving good standards of education. Our model targets this problem as a low-cost method for schools to reduce these costs and improve behaviour and future chances among the most challenging young people, positioning unique mentors, such as the lovely Nicole, into schools to connect with pupils on a deeper level and provide them with a bespoke social and emotional behaviour programme. This operates on a payment by results basis, meaning we de-risk the school's purchase and only get paid for the actual outcomes we deliver, being the first in our sector to do so. I will now hand you over to Nicole herself, who works full-time for Think for the Future, to tell you a little bit more about her story and her experiences with us.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicole and I'm 25 years old. I have worked as a mentor for Think for the Future for just under a year now, and I want to share my experiences with you. So, born and raised in what used to be called Shottingham, I grew up in a Nottingham neighbourhood which had a large crime rate and a big gang culture. As a result of this, I spent most of my teenage years involved in criminal activity. My mum was a single parent, bringing up me and my younger sister, struggling to juggle parenting with working life. My dad was in and out of prison from when I was at the age of 6, which had a negative effect on my lifestyle. After being arrested at the age of 19 and very narrowly avoiding being sent to prison for 5 years, it was a huge wake-up call for me. I turned my life around, wanting to work towards helping, empower and inspiring young people to live a positive lifestyle. However, my criminal record meant I was rejected from applying from every job that I applied for, and I had no money to live. And as a result of this, I was going to go back to selling drugs. I was then introduced for Think for the Future, and they were exactly what I was looking for. The organisation is amazing and need way more credit for allowing people that have made mistakes in life to change for the better. More importantly, they encourage people like me with a background to use their previous experiences to help support young people. Hannah and Sherry believed in me so much and saw the potential that I had, and believed in me way more than I believed in myself. I started off by doing presentations in schools, teaching workshops about my experiences, and even training teachers, which I never thought I would do. And to be fair, these guys have forced me to do my theory test as well, my driving test, which is awful. But I then moved on to become a full-time mentor, behaviour mentor, and now work in secondary schools across the region, working with young people that are facing challenges and are at risk of getting permanently expelled. For example, when I first started working with this young person, he was embedded in a local gang culture, leading to criminal activity involving in drugs, antisocial behaviour, and had a huge lack of respect for elders, including himself. He struggled to control his anger, and after being kicked out of school, he disengaged with education and had no aspirations whatsoever. Within just one evening a week, I was working with this young person and got him to overcome his personal challenges, which included anger management. I helped him realise that he didn't need to be a product of his own environment. 5 months later, he has become a long way. He has enrolled in himself at college, studying mechanics, and even has a placement at Formula One. He has improved himself from this negative lifestyle he was previously leading, and now his attitude and behaviour has improved in a matter of weeks. I am proud of my past because it has allowed me to be a positive role model to young people, to give them the hope and the faith so they can change their own future. Thank you. Thank you. I'm actually gonna cry. I'm actually gonna cry. I really do.
No, thank you, Nicole. And she is truly incredible, and we're sort of proud that we can actually offer full-time work, and I wish there were more hours in the week to give Nicole. Our journey started with just 3 schools, 3 part-time facilitators, and we were turning over just $12,000. Both me and Hannah were unpaid and studying full-time. 3 years later, we now have a stable base in Nottingham. We're generating over $160,000 in revenue, and we're projected to end this financial year on an income of $450,000. Today... Thank you. Today, we're delivering services to over 25 schools and organisations, have worked with over 4,000 young people, trained over 500 teachers across the country, provided paid employment to over 16 individuals, and we're working to double these figures by the end of next academic year.
It's important. Oh, you can clap for that. Go ahead. I think it's really important to note that our journey has definitely not been an easy one. The key bit of insight that we want to leave you all with today is that it actually has been far, far from glamorous. It's taken great personal sacrifice and a horrendous amount of late nights and early mornings to get to where we are today, and we are nowhere near finished. I think as modern-day university students and professionals, we have high expectations that our working life should consist of plush offices, luxury events, and high salaries. But the startup social enterprise world is often very, very different. Sherry and I were the office cleaners, the marketing guys, the promoters, the IT technicians, the finance team, and absolutely everything in between. We have hurdles thrown at us every single day, many professionals discriminating against us because of our age, being laughed out of meetings, having thousands of emails ignored, receiving threats from young people, being shouted at, being hit on. But I wouldn't change a single thing because every hurdle teaches us a powerful lesson and helps us to be the best we can possibly be. As unglamorous as it is sometimes, it's all absolutely worth it to see the difference in our young people, in professionals, in our local communities. And I really, really hope it's a very similar experience for all of you and all of your projects here today.
Enactus has enabled us to be the organisation and the people that we are today. Without it, Think for the Future would simply not be here. Our opportunities, experiences, successes, failures, and our impact, we wouldn't have any of it. We hope it can be the same for everyone else in this room. Just make sure you really take advantage of it, this amazing opportunity that you have in front of you, and that you work your butts off to make stuff happen, because no one else is going to do it for you. Thank you for listening, and welcome to come and find us after. And remember, we all win.